These WWE action figures are missing, man. I want to talk to you about this and just kind of give you all of my thoughts on this. You guys know when I have a thought, when I have a conspiracy, when I have different thoughts around WWE action figures and collecting, I bring it to you guys and you can let me know what you think here, man. But we're going to dive into this situation because I think it's very interesting, right? So let's go back to WrestleMania 41. Not WrestleMania 42. It's going to be a year until we get those action figures, at least hopefully. If you have any gears you wanted from this show, hopefully they will be with us in figure form from Mattel in a year's time. But let's go back to last year, man. WrestleMania 41. This is the event where John Cena won his 17th World Championship. Never seen 17 was the entire deal for the entire WWE calendar and professional wrestling year, right? It was all we talked about. We got a ton of figures. It was a huge thing, and we're going to get into it. But these WWE figures are missing, man. If you go back to last year, Seth Rollins and CM Punk and Roman Reigns main evented night one. You had the triple threat match. Great matchup, fantastic. You had all three men there. We have only seen one man from that main event get an actual figure of his gear, right? Roman Reigns, Elite Series 126 with the white gauntlets. We do know that we got it in Elite figure form, and we got it in basic figure form. Now, say what you will about the gauntlets and how inaccurate the Elite 126 is and how, it's not really the moment, to be honest with you. But you know what? It is. We're getting it. We got it. The white gauntlets, white shoes, white boots. It is what it is. From that same matchup, we have not seen a figure of Seth Rollins or CM Punk from this specific gear, which is that not crazy? It's been over a year, and what's even crazier is we do know that we're getting other figures of those characters, and they're not the WrestleMania gear. Now, I know we're getting a Saturday night's main event CM Punk figure, and maybe, just maybe, right after, in a few waves, maybe we'll see an Elite CM Punk in that gear. Now, you could just take the Saturday night's main event CM Punk and repaint it, and you would have pretty much the WrestleMania 41 triple threat CM Punk. It's very easy and simple. Maybe it'll have the leg tats. I'm hoping it will include a gray hoodie. Very easy, straightforward CM Punk, but we do know that we're not getting CM Punk in Elite Series 127, and we're not getting CM Punk in Elite Series 128, so maybe it's Elite 129, but that seems so far away for a figure that would be over a year now at that point. It would be, not necessarily way after a year, but it would be after a year by the time we got that CM Punk figure. Now, we do know that there's a WrestleMania Elite wave. Every year we get a WrestleMania Build-A-Figure wave, and they can easily take the top pick CM Punk Elite or the Saturday night's main event Elite CM Punk. They could repaint those, put them in the WrestleMania Build-A-Figure set, make it one of those four figures and make it that figure. That'd be very easy to do. That could be the case maybe, but right now it's missing. We don't have any CM Punks from WrestleMania 41. Same thing goes with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, we do know, is coming in Elite 128, but it's not going to be his WrestleMania gear, right? It's not going to be his WrestleMania gear. Most likely it's going to be a Saturday night's main event in the black gear or something like that. We already know he's coming with the glasses, which he did wear those glasses at WrestleMania, but his hair was down. He had a trench coat. He didn't have the crutches. There's a lot of different things there. He had a flamethrower. Now, maybe you could say, oh, well, maybe they're saving those for Ultimate Editions, and I would say, yeah, I guess that's true, but we already know what Ultimate Edition Series 33 and 34 consist of. Now, I don't think they reveal what Ultimate Edition Series 33 is going to be in terms of entirety. I'm guessing it's going to be Penta as the last remaining figure. We do know that, the set was pretty much unveiled the other day. I talked about it on my Instagram, how we are getting the three figures in Series 33, the three figures in Series 34. I'm guessing the missing figure in that set is going to be Penta. Again, I'm just throwing shit at the wall based off of what we know from the Mattel Creations Revealed event, but I'm guessing that Series 33 will be Sheamus, Liv Morgan, and Penta, and then in Series 34, it will be Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, and Io Sky. Now, that Series 34 is confirmed, and that Series 33 is confirmed. We just don't know entirely what the last figure in Series 33 is, but again, I'm guessing it's going to be Penta. Now, you could say that Series 35, Series 36 is going to include Ultimate Edition Seth Rollins from Mania 41 or CM Punk in Ultimate Edition form from from WrestleMania 41. But I don't know, man. That just seems like so far away, right? Because we don't even have Series 32 in hand. By the time we get Series 34 in hand, or 35, 36 in hand, it's going to be way later in the year, which is way after that WrestleMania event. And I guess it's not the biggest deal, but we don't know any of these things. Now, we would have known something if we got some renders revealed to us at WWE World for WrestleMania 42. We didn't get any renders, so we don't know really what's down the pipeline. Now, maybe these mysteries will be solved at San Diego Comic-Con, but we don't know. But we do know that the main events, we have 2 figures from the main events of WrestleMania 41. We got Cody Rhodes in Elite Series 125. We also got it in Battle Pack form. And I know that the other figure I'm going to talk about that we're missing is also included in that. But Elite 125 Cody covered Cody from that WrestleMania. We didn't get the skull mask, though. And then we got Roman Reigns. Now, that's the 2 figures we got. We're missing the other 3 main eventers from this event. And we've already talked about Rollins and CM Punk, but John Cena is the last one. And you may say, I know people are going to say, oh, we already got that twice in basic form, but one of those was a battle pack. And it was, both of those figures are inaccurate, severely inaccurate, first of all. They're basics. They're main event figures. They're not elites. They're not ultimates. You're going to tell me that a man can win 17 world championships and not get that made in elite figure form? They're not going to celebrate that. They're not going to put that in an elite figure form. They're not going to put that in ultimate figure form. Very odd. And we already know that we have a few John Cena elites coming this year. The Elite 127 John Cena, but it is not based on WrestleMania. It's going to be based on SummerSlam, which is very weird. They didn't even show that at WWE World. So I thought that was also just very crazy that, we didn't get, first of all, we didn't see that figure. That figure was missing. But we don't have any confirmation that we're even getting a WrestleMania 41 Elite or Ultimate Cena. Now, I would imagine that it's coming down the line. We just haven't seen it just yet. But one thing that I also thought of, and this kind of caught me by surprise, and just connecting some context clues and kind of using my brain here. If you go back to Greatest Hits Series 11, the WWE Elite Greatest Hits 11, look at this set. Now, advertised, they said that it was going to include Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, and Logan Paul. We did not know about the secret collector's edition Rock figure that was on the back of the packaging. Remember, we shared about that. We talked about that, made a news video about it. But it was revealed that we were getting a collector's edition Rock in that Greatest Hits 11 series. Well, fast forward to Greatest Hits Series 12. I think this set's already up for pre-order, but in this set, you have Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and then John Cena. Now, one thing that crossed my mind, okay, we do know that in Series 11, there was 3 figures plus a collector's edition to make 4. Is John Cena the collector's edition for Series 12? Are we going to get 3 re-releases in Series 12 of Jacob Fatu, maybe Elite 125, Roman Reigns, probably Elite 123, and then Drew McIntyre, Elite 123 as well? Probably re-releases of those figures, top picks, greatest hits as we know. And then the 4th and final figure, it's been advertised that John Cena's in there. Maybe he's the collector's edition as a part of that set. They just didn't advertise the Rock figure, and they advertised the John Cena for some weird reason. Maybe it was just one of those weird things that they did there. But what's interesting about that is, okay, if this is going to be a collector's edition Cena, is it going to be something different than the picture that's shown? I think it's the St. Louis gear that's shown in the image. Is it going to be the St. Louis gear, or could it be that WrestleMania John Cena? Are they going to put that in Elite figure form and include it here? Now, the thing about it is if they actually make it in Elite figure form, it would be a very simple layup to do, because all you have to do is take one of those WrestleMania Elite Cenas or one of those Cenas with the updated torso, and then just repaint it and give him the right shirt and give him the right hat and, the deco. We have seen the formula for Cena many times over. They just gave him a new torso last year. You give him that, you put all the bells and whistles on it. Very easy layup. I would love to see the championship also included in that. I don't know if that's going to take place. One thing I'm worried about, if you guys have kind of noticed in some of these John Cena elites over the last few years, when they give him all the bells and whistles, the hat, the shirt, the bands, everything, they don't usually include a championship. It's just something that I've kind of noticed. They don't really give him the championship there unless it's something specific or maybe an ultimate or something like that. But even if it kind of makes me upset, and we've talked about this a little bit before, is if they make the WrestleMania 41 John Cena 17, never seen 17 special edition, like make it into an ultimate, he's probably going to have the really big torso, just like his Last Time Is Now figure is going to have the really big torso. So I kind of hope it's an elite, because the elite would be significantly better than the ultimate, given what we know, the formula and all the different things that come with that formula they gave that heel turn John Cena. So I'm hoping that it's in elite figure form. I'm hoping that we see it sooner rather than later. And I guess this is another thing I thought of, just like with CM Punk or Seth Rollins, I guess they could give it to us in the WrestleMania Elite set, but usually they like to pick from different eras and stuff. I doubt they would pick 2 figures from the same Mania to go in there. They could easily pick Punk, Rollins, Cena, whatever, but I don't know if they would want to pick, or they wouldn't. I just don't see them picking from the exact same event, unless maybe but that would be from the same match, right? We saw it in the SummerSlam Elite Wave, remember, with Austin and Triple H and Mankind and China. And even the Build-A-Figure, all of that was from the same wave. I guess maybe they could do that, but that wouldn't be from the same matchup. It would just be from the same event. So I don't know. That's a whole different thing there. But if they do it in Ultimate Edition form, I also thought, every year apparently we are getting these Amazon exclusive PLE action figures, Ultimate Editions, that are Amazon exclusive. So maybe, like last year, this year, we got the Rock PLE Amazon WrestleMania figure was from WrestleMania 40. Maybe if they do it for this year's or, the next WrestleMania Amazon exclusive Ultimate Edition PLE figure, maybe it could be John Cena. Maybe it could be CM Punk. Maybe it could be Seth Rollins based on that previous year's event. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's not. I don't know entirely. Again, we have to wait and see, but if we had gotten renders at WWE World or something like that, maybe we would have a better idea of these things, or maybe we'd know when we're getting a John Cena from WrestleMania 41. But I know a lot of people are going to say, we already got it in basic form twice, but they are not all the way there, man. I mean, you can't have a guy win 17 world titles, make it a big deal, and then give it to us only in basic form. And I also don't know how they haven't made CM Punk or Seth Rollins from that event. This is the perfect opportunity to get Seth Rollins in an updated formula with white gear. I mean, it's just layups, man. It's just layups. We're just missing point-blank baskets, and maybe, we'll play the waiting game and we'll get it in hand, but my biggest worry now with WrestleMania 41 John Cena and getting that moment in figure form, the biggest thing now is going to be if the formula is correct. If they do it in ultimate form, we already kind of know what to expect, and if they do it in elite figure form, hopefully everything comes packaged. I just feel like they would make that such a big deal. I feel like they would make that a big deal with special edition packaging and stuff. And one more thing that I also thought about, which may make its own video, but if The Rock is getting that collector's edition treatment this year like John Cena got last year, where we're getting multiple exclusives. He was the WrestleMania Superstore exclusive. He's getting these collector's editions. We saw it with the gold statue Rock and Elite 125. We saw it in Greatest Hits 11 with the Team Bring It shirt that was on display at WrestleMania this year. And we know that we got the WrestleMania Superstore exclusive. Does that mean that this year's Comic-Con exclusive is going to be some version of The Rock? Definitely something to monitor as we move forward. Yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about. We have some missing WWE action figures, and these are figures that I want to see from Mattel. So hopefully we'll get some answers to these mysteries at Comic-Con or something, man, because I think that these are figures that we need made, and I know it's like the same characters, whatever, but I want Seth Rollins in that white gear. I think that Punk would be an easy layup, especially as a repaint. And then, yeah, John Cena. Gotta have the John Cena, man. What are we doing? I don't know. I don't know how we don't have it yet. I know we got two basics. All right? I don't want the basics. I really don't even want Ultimate because I know what comes with that. You know what I mean? I know what did it cost? Everything. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it's an Elite. I hope that, it's such a layup. It's just a layup, man. But I want to get on here, yap about that, everything I was thinking on that situation. And I want you guys to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below of how it could all come together. But that is going to wrap it up for me, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'd love to know all of your thoughts on this mess down below. But I appreciate you. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.